Hello and welcome to Real Estate 101, your number one guide to understanding the property market. I am Faith Caleb Essien, your host, and I'm so excited to have you here today as we lay the foundation on understanding real estate. Yes, I will not be doing this alone today because we have two amazing personalities right here in the studio with me. On my left, I have Madam Unamani Daviska, and on my right, I have Mr. Matthew Audu. So let's get to meet our guest. Alright, so Madam Unamani Daviska, let's get to know you.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Daviska Namani, and I am an affiliate director mentee with P1 Champion, and I have been in the real estate business for 7 good years, and it has been an exciting, intriguing experience.
Alright, so let's also get to hear from Mr. Matthew Audu. Let's get to know you, sir.
Okay, my name is Matthew Audu. I'm also the director mentee under P1 Champion. I've been in the business for over 5 years now, and yes, the real estate is big, but it has been an interesting and wild experience. Thank you.
Wow, 7 years experience, 5 years experience, such amazing real estate giants we have in the house today. Whether you're looking at owning your first home or thinking on investing, or you are just curious about how the property market works, today's episode is the perfect starting point for you, because we will be discussing what real estate is all about. Yes, back to our guest for today. During your introduction, you talk about having a 7 years experience. So, Madam Daviska Unamani, tell us about your journey so far in the real estate business.
Okay, like I said it has been an exciting and intriguing experience. Before I dabbled into real estate, I was into network marketings of various kinds, and one of my network marketing friends brought me into the real estate business. And at first, when I heard come and do real estate, the first thing that went to my mind was, they want me to come and become Omonile Abi agent that'll be walking about with dirty clothes and be showing people house. I said, nah, not for me. But she made me understand that it is beyond that. You understand? It's beyond that. There are more exciting things about it. So I said, okay, I joined. And when I joined, I wasn't really taking it serious at first. I was still doing what I was doing and along the line meddling with real estate. But something struck me. I had some issues with the businesses I was doing, and that same friend came and told me, why not take this real estate very serious? She started showing me things she has done, the house they bought. She started showing me cars they have, all courtesy of dividends from the real estate business she's doing. Her husband is with her daughter is with her. I said, okay. So I began to take the business very, very serious. And within a short period of time, I discovered that of a truth, this business yields better money. And aside the better money, though there are still challenges I face, so, it's not really been a smooth one, but at least I am seeing good dividends.
Wow, such an amazing journey. So let's hear from our second guest, Mr. Matthew. Tell us about your journey so far in the real estate business.
Yeah, for me, real estate is a wonderful business. I got to find out about real estate. I'm a person that a lot of people go to ask about different items, different things. What can you do for me? How can you connect me to one place or the other? So that was how I got to know about real estate. People started asking me about do you know anybody that has a property here for sale? Then I was not even into real estate. And those were the things that drove me into real estate. How? Now, I had friends who would call me and say, I'm looking for a house. it doesn't actually concern me then. But then I was looking for money, so I'll tell you, I know where you can get a house. And instead of you to go and get an agent, I will do the work of an agent for you. How? I will go and look around, ask agents and say, okay, where can someone get a house here and there, and you know, they will show me the place. I will just invite you to come, you go see the place. When you pay the agent, he will just give you something for, you know, giving him that information, giving him a client. And before you know, I now observed that people were making money from this thing, and I was doing it actually for free because I never knew this was how you could make money from real estate. And then, getting close to those agents, I decided to, you know, ask them questions, and I discovered they were making money, making percentages, making commissions. And I said, since people are always coming to me to deliver in a lot of things, I can actually do this. I called myself a general consultant. So you can come to me for anything. If you are looking for anything, just come to me. I will sort it out. I know the people I will call to get it done for you, and that was my drive, and that was how I got into real estate. Now, further into real estate, I now joined a company that were really into the business, and I was scared initially because of the Omonile issue. I've had experiences, heard of experiences whereby you go to a land and you know the real owners of the land may come there and attack you. I've heard of experiences whereby even in Nollywood movies, when you watch, you go into somebody's land and the next thing you see a man coming after you with cutlass. So those were the thoughts I have about real estate that got me scared. But when I got into real estate, this current real estate that we are doing right now, it was a different ball game, a different ball game. So it's a wonderful experience for me and anybody out there who is willing to do real estate business. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so from what we can guess from our guests today. So from what we can get from our guests today, real estate is not what we think real estate is or what real estate used to be. Yep. So let's get to understand that part. Because I heard you talking about Omonile, you also talk about Omonile while you were talking about your journey. So we would like to know this real estate, what is it really about? So I'll start with Mr. Matthew. What is real estate really about?
Yeah, for me, real estate is land and all that comes with it. Real estate is land and all that comes with it. Now, for my grandfather then, because somehow I stayed in the village for a while, I discovered that he had lands in various places, and I asked questions. How do you get these lands? Now, some lands were gotten as gifts. And I was asking, how do you know that this portion from this place to this place, from this place to this place is actually your portion?
To you. And
then they started explaining to us that somebody will stand here and take a stone and say that tree
and throw it
and throw the stone. When you throw that stone, wherever the stone stops,
yes,
and I say, what if the person has a longer hand? What if it's trespassing into somebody's, you know? So that is the idea I got about real estate initially. But going further, I discovered that real estate has changed. It can now be something tangible. When I mean tangible, I mean something that can be measurable. Yeah. I got to work with an architect that when we went for a measurement, I saw a technological item they use in measuring land. And what they did was just on the item down and walked around a particular portion.
Wow.
And then it measured that particular space and said, this is the total square meter of so place. And I was wow. I was like, this is technology into real estate. It has gone beyond throwing of stones, marking of areas. Okay, they will tell you this tree. If you look at this tree, where this tree stops, what if that tree is being cut off? How will you know your portion?
Or fire burns the bush.
So real estate for me is owning land, but not just owning land, having full ownership of the land and the resources that are in that particular land.
I want to add something to what Matthew has just said. You see, my husband is from Enugu State, and my husband's place in their village, his family owns, in fact, 90% of the lands in that particular place. And, you know, there was a particular time we needed money for something, and my husband, we went home and he asked his uncle to show him part of their properties that they had. So the uncle did not even look up. We're sitting down in the compound. The man did not look up. He just did his hand like this. Say that tree over there, that place, down to that house, down to that other, to the stream is our land. So curiosity, I now asked my husband, I said, how would you know, this way this man, they describe this land like this. How would you know the size? Is that how they measure out lands that belong to, he now said that he doesn't know. And you know, we left like that. But later on, as the uncle passed on, we came back to take possession of that land. And the only way we could identify that land was an ogbono tree that was planted in that compound. So from that ogbono tree, we now started using steps to count. They started using steps to help us count. From here, here. And, you know, they were able to pick out a particular part of the land. But I think real estate has changed now, like he said. Yeah, real estate has changed now. It's beyond that. We now have what we call, you have advanced technology, like he explained.
Surveyors.
You have surveyors, thank you. We have surveyors now that can measure out land for you, which makes the business or makes real estate very easy and very nice, because no more arguments for land. You see, that time we went to the village and they were showing us from this ogbono tree down to that other side. If there was somebody else that wanted to argue or drag that place with us, the person would drag.
I also think the issue of land dispute has reduced.
Yes,
over time
yes.
Of the technological aspect
of real estate now.
Now people now own real estate
Yes.
by doing their documentation and all
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
the issue of land dispute has, if you check, it has
Greatly
largely
reduced.
because people now understand what
Yes.
real estate is all about. Yeah.
And even if you go to the village and they drag land with you, like currently we're trying to drag my husband's compound. My co-wife went there and wants to build. And she, by tradition, she's not supposed to build because she doesn't have a son.
Oh.
I have a son, she doesn't. But she went there and wants to build. Okay. So you see, like he said, when they brought the thing before me, I laughed and I said, if she wants to build in the whole compound, she should build. When I'm ready to build in that village, I would buy land somewhere else. So it has made land disputes
Reduced
something
drastically.
of the past. Yes,
Wow.
if we were in the past, they will drag. There will be serious family meeting. They will call her to come, call me to come. We'll start dragging. But now that there is so much land everywhere, everybody can have a piece of the cake. So real estate is the modern or technological real estate we have now is making real estate possession very, very, very easy. I call it land for all. Yeah.
Wow. About real estate. So together we are saying now that for example, if you had a longer arm in the past, you get to own a larger part of the land.
Yeah. Or if you had a son and your co-wife does not have a son, you are the owner of that compound.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
All that has changed because when they said that woman said I said allow her build, let her build. When I'm ready to build in that village.
Now own possessions of land.
Yeah, and you know in Igbo land, women don't own lands. They don't own lands. But currently, you see women. Majority of my clients are women. Majority of they are Igbo women. Women buying lands, not one, not two, not three, buying women. So you see, real estate has changed so many things, so many things.
Where I come from, we actually give lands to the second daughters. Yes, just like when property is being shared among men, the second daughters of the family
will take
actually own possessions of land and even properties too. So as they share for the men, the daughter, that particular daughter also has a right, like a man of the house. She has a right in those properties, and for the women, she has a right to share the mother's belongings to other women in the family. So it's gone beyond those stuff now.
Yeah.
Real estate is big.
Like where I come from Delta State, the Ada, like I'm the first daughter. When my father died, properties were handed over to us, and I have a right to share to my siblings. You understand? So real estate has really, really revolved, has changed so many things. That's why the fact that some old people are still saying, no, you're not supposed to, no. With modern technology now, you can own land as a woman anywhere. That is the sweetness of the new real estate we have.
Wow, amazing. All right, so this will bring us to our next question. We have been talking about real estate, and we have been talking majorly on ownership. People acquiring land, probably from a generation to another generation, from a father to the children, and so on and so forth. So, do real estate always have to be based on just home ownership, or there are other aspects of real estate that we should know and also enjoy? So, Madam Daviska, we'd love to hear from you.
No, the real estate does not just border around home ownership, village land ownership. No. We have what we call commercial real estate. Commercial real estate comprises of you buying property, developing it, building it into a hotel, building it into a hospital, building it into a school, building it into a resort center, a bank. You understand? No. Real estate we have what we call, and with this kind of real estate, you can make money from it. Like the ones we have for residential, you could only maybe come build your own house. In the past, you build your OB, that's what they call it. You build your OB and just you and your generation will inherit. But now we have what we call commercial real estate. And then in the past, you could also farm. Commercial real estate was recognized then, but it was basically for farming. You could farm cassava, farm yam, farm rice, and maybe allow if you have cattle, you're rich enough to have cattle, then your cattle will go and graze there. But we have modern real estate now where you could build commercial centers like shopping complexes. People would come and rent. You understand? So it has gone beyond that. Making money in real estate is very vast, and coming to think of this commercial, it is even one of the best things to do, the commercial real estate. Yeah.
Mr. Matthew, you heard what Madam Daviska said. She was talking about the monetary aspect of real estate. I don't know if you agree with that. If you do, how can we make money from real estate?
Yeah, currently in my estate, we have a man that owns a piece of land. Now, he doesn't live there. There's no structure on that land, but he's making a lot of money. How? One part of the land was used by this MTN mast.
Wow.
They have a mast inside the land.
Wow.
One part of it is used for agriculture. He planted some little trees, some plantains, and other things inside the land. And the major part of the land, he turned it into a field, a football field. Now in my estate, we pay every month to use that field.
Wow.
We pay as much as 100 to 200,000 naira every month to use the field. That's just an empty land. So he generates over millions of naira just for having an empty land. So imagine if he decides to modernize the land, use the land for something. But now the land is just there, but people are paying to use that land. So there's a lot we can do with land.
Yeah.
People use land for farming and record a lot of profits from it without building a house on it. All they just do, they clear and they farm.
Absolutely.
And what they get from that land is used, for a lot. So land without even a structure, real estate has grown to the extent that land, you can just own land, and with just land, you are making a lot of money that you can even use to build a house.
Yes. Actually, adding to some things, this thing he said, you could also own a land. Don't build anything. Allow it appreciate, because the only thing that does not depreciate is land. That is the only thing.
Wow.
Every other thing has a depreciating value. Yeah, but land will never have. If the dollar is dropping and rising today, that property is rising, going skyrocketing. It's not coming down. So you could also buy, leave it for a period of time, put it up for sale, sell and make your money. The money possibly you bought that land for 500,000, and in 2-3 years time, land around that area where you bought that land is selling for 2.5. You're about 2 million naira rich.
So do you know, I'm trying to think of a space where I can own a private market.
Wow.
You know, most markets are owned by the government. Now, imagine I have a space in a very good estate, and I decide to use that space as a market. Now, I just have the land. What I do is, people come, take different portions of the place, and market their goods. So from those portions they pay me
daily payment.
They pay me.
Yes, daily
so
payment.
It's like a private market, not owned by the government. I manage the market. All I need is having people come there to display their goods, and after a period of time, they move.
Wow. All right. So I've been hearing both of you talking about. You talk about a man that has a property at your estate, that has a football pitch, agriculture, and all of that, and it has been centered on E. You talked about this generational transfer of wealth through landed properties. It has been from father to sons and all of that. Is it that this real estate is only men that does real estate?
No, it's not only men. Women do real estate. Like I mentioned earlier, I said in the past, in Igbo land, they don't allow women inherit landed properties. But today, like I said, majority of my clients are females. And these women are women who have not just bought one plot. They've not bought two plots. They've bought 3, 4, 5 women.
Are you saying that because you're a woman, or?
Let me not speak from a man's perspective.
Okay, let's have
now,
it.
Also, one of my biggest clients is a woman.
Wow.
She's a lady. Yeah, now she has a lot of property. In fact, it was her sale that actually boosted my, my business to the extent that I became the highest salesperson under P1 champion for 2023. Now, she loves properties. She will tell me if she loves in a hotel and she's looking outside the window, she's trying to calculate the space that they use in building this structure, how much it will worth at that particular time. So women have started having that idea of investment.
Of course.
Investing into real estate, not just for themselves, for their children too.
Yeah.
For their children. If you watch this movie, I think this movie, is it Power or one of these Empire or so?
Yeah.
I think there was a particular aspect where the family was down in finance, and the woman actually sold her real estate in order to what? To bring them back to business. So the man was surprised that his wife even had a property, but she knew about real estate investment, and that was what came up for them to further their business in real estate. So a lot of women currently are into real estate. A lot of them are investing in real estate heavily, and I think for me, I would say it's a wake-up call for the men to start looking into that aspect of real estate, into investing in real estate.
Okay, so since we are now saying women buy into real estate, and you say your biggest client is a woman, and you also talked about a woman.
Women, not just one woman. I have women.
Women.
Yeah.
All right, so are we not saying women has more money to buy property, or is it just in Nigeria? Or
I feel women now understand the concept of investments, not just leaving it for the men.
Yeah.
Women have become industrious. Women have become powerful in the society. Yeah, but then for me, I would say it's a wake-up call for men too. When your wives are investing in properties, are investing in a lot of things, you too, as the head of the home, should you start looking out for real estate investment for your children and for their future.
Yeah.
Real estate can also be used as a retirement benefit.
Of course.
Yeah, because our parents before now have this concept of, let me train this child to so that at the end of the day, the child will now take care of
me in old.
For me, owning real estate as a retirement benefit is one of the greatest things you can actually do for yourself. Let me give you the reason. I have a family friend. The man worked in the bank for over 25 years. He built a very small house for himself and, trained his children. Now, he has retired and he has gone home to the village. Now, we asked him, did he just retire home to any investments? And we were told that this man actually used his land that he had acquired when he was working for palm trees. And currently he runs an oil mill in the village. So even at home, he's making a lot of money, you know, after retirement. And as we speak, he still takes care of his children in retirement. So your children should not be your retirement, what do they call it? Retirement. You are falling back to them for them to take care of you. Rather, you can still stay strong in investment. You can still assist these children even at old age. So real estate has given such opportunity, and I feel a lot of men and even women should also jump into the real estate space and see how they can invest and, you know, make money.
All right, so Madam Daviska, what's your take home to viewers out there about real estate?
Okay, my take home to everyone watching this should be, don't overlook the opportunities to invest in real estate, because every wealthy man out there, both globally, both locally, check the history of their wealth. Real estate has a vital role to play. And most of them, if you ask them, if you get broke, how would you fall back to make money again? You hear them tell you, I will go back to real estate. I'll sell out some of my properties and get back to my business. I have a lady, I watched her interview yesterday, and she was saying she owns 5 restaurants in the US. She owns 5 restaurants, and the source of getting money to start those restaurants was from the real estate business she started like 4 or 5 years ago. Wow. So my take home is, take real estate very serious. Take it very serious. 1 plot, 2 plots, 3 plots will give you generational wealth, because remember, it does not depreciate, it always appreciates. Remember that real estate is real. No matter how you try to play over it. Somebody told me one time that you're planning to buy a house, and if you rent the house out, you will not make money. I said no. Even if the tenants don't pay, I would evict everybody, sell my property and still make my money and buy another property, or use the property for something commercial. So real estate, take it very serious. It is generational wealth. It is wealth for generations to come. It is real, and it will save you and deliver you from poverty. Thank you.
Wow, real estate is real. So Mr. Matthew, let's hear from you. What's your take home for today?
My take home is that real estate, people should start seeing real estate as what it is in itself, the store of value. And real estate has been valued even from the beginning of time. Real estate is a lot of things that has kept a lot of us where we are. I know of somebody who, he said his father left a lot of land for them, and that was what made them go to school. And at the end of the day, they still fell back to that particular land, used it for farming, and that is what is putting food on the table for them today. So real estate is a lot. And for young people, I would advise, for young people like myself and a lot of young people outside, because over time I asked some young people I know, what do you want to be? And they were mentioning some technical kind of careers that they want to go, which is very, very good. But real estate is one aspect that we know cannot go into extinction, because people must eat. People must wear clothes. Even you that wants to go into tech, you should understand that people must eat.
Yeah.
You must eat. Mm-hmm. How can you eat without
farming?
Real
estate.
That is real estate. So for anything you want to do, you must understand that real estate is very important as a store of value for you and your generations to come. So my take home is, real estate, like she said, is real, and real estate is wealth. Thank you.
Wow, so real estate is real, real estate is a store of value, and real estate is wealth. Yes, don't touch that dial. Stay on this channel on Real Estate 101 with P1 Champion. Yes, P1 Champion is a real estate and network marketing company under the P1 Group. And yes, we have properties spread across the nation in states such as Lagos State, Abuja, Asaba, Owerri, Uyo, Benin, and lots more. Remember, real estate is real, and with P1 Champion, land is